Welcome back, everybody. It's another episode of Let's Be Real. I'm Tara.
And I'm Sherry.
And before we get started, I have presents. It's one present for Sherry.
I like presents.
I gave her some of our logo stickers, and now it's this one,
Oh, wait,
which
the
we've
logo
been waiting.
stickers, where are they?
They're somewhere. I have
Okay,
one in my
see,
handy
we have
dangle.
these. All right,
Water
so
bottle.
logo stickers. I have to put those on my water bottle. Hold on a second. Oh, wait, but what is this?
So
Forgive
if you
my
only
nails.
listen to the podcast, this is incentive to send you over to our YouTube channel.
Oh, so I can't really say what it is then.
Of course you can.
Oh, okay. All right. Ooh. Oh, wow. I love it.
You like it?
An awesome tumbler with the Let's Be Real, our new logo.
Our new logo.
I love it.
We've had
I
it
love
for a
it.
while now, but it still feels so
I do
shiny
love
and new.
I do love how she got the hair just right with the little line here.
Mhm.
That's good.
With your bang.
Yeah, with my bang.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the glasses
Yeah.
is a nice touch. And
Yes.
no last names.
Woohoo! That's right. But listen, this last name is not changing again. This is my birth last name. You know, I will never be.
Born with it, die with it, honey.
I'm born with it, die with it. That's right. I don't care. I'm never getting married again. That just kind of goes on with our conversation.
Let's
right?
do it.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. So
Take it away,
Oh,
Sherry,
sorry.
because I know you're
Yeah.
gearing up for
So,
it.
so I did happen to get some feedback from one of our episodes, which, I thought I did really well in controlling what I had to say about the narcissist or ex-narcissist in my life. And so I guess people tell me if I didn't give enough props to this person or what, but I did get a message saying a whole episode just about me. Well, I'm glad that you recognized when I was talking about narcissists that I was speaking about you. And yes, I was. But I was trying to be polite and saying about how we all make choices about who we stay with and what we do, right? So, but now I want you to know I was absolutely speaking about you.
Yay!
Right? Yay! Yay! So
this is show and tell.
Show and tell, right? Yes. Yes, I have been married to a narcissist. My second ex-husband, which doesn't really say a lot for me, but my is
We don't
definitely
shame
is
here.
definitely a narcissist, and I really wish the court system would learn that more. Not necessarily from my own, but the court on behalf of previous people in his life just really haven't really noticed the damage that co-parenting with somebody like him. I mean, really, not just a narcissist, not just a grandiose, but he is a dangerous narcissist.
Okay, yeah.
He is somebody who won't let go, like grab a bone and just run with it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So therefore, I guess I can do the same, right? So I'll just kind of leave it at that. But if you happen to be a judge or a lawyer out there,
Any
stop
clerks.
representing these people, right? I know that they're your bread and butter, and maybe tell your clients to shut the hell up for a little while. Stop sending messages to people that
Have you had a lot of luck telling narcissists to shut up?
Oh my God, no.
I haven't
No,
either.
I haven't.
I was gonna be like, bring out my notepad and take some notes real
Right?
quick. If you
I
did.
haven't really had any luck in trying to get them to notice themselves. Like, I just don't understand how people can be so blind to their behavior.
It's remarkable, right? Like
It
how
is.
what a beautiful life.
Right? It must be such an amazing life to have no
Blissful.
idea what this mirror of yourself is. And then you just turn that mirror around to everybody else and make it everybody else's fault. Like, it's appalling, really.
It is.
It's appalling.
I've dated narcissists before as well, and luckily for me, none of them have come out to comment on the show. I would say I welcome it, but I do have my own case against one of them. So
Ooh, okay, well, good for you.
no, they're just police reports. Nothing really dangerous has happened, but we're getting to the stalking point if we aren't already.
Oh, really? Currently?
No. Not
Oh,
currently.
okay.
No.
Okay, good.
Luckily, nothing has come up
Yeah.
recently. But I always wonder, like, what shoe would fit for you in this show? Because obviously, I'm speaking to those experiences as well with this highly
Right.
toxic individual
Right.
who has no business dating people.
Agreed, right? You mentioned something about are we dating the same person?
Yes,
Facebook pages.
Those Facebook groups. Oh my gosh.
Right.
A former friend of mine told me about these and got on one and like showed me a little bit, which is against the rules, which is maybe why I wasn't allowed to join the South Florida one all that
Oops.
time ago. It's fine. I'm not on Facebook. I probably look like I was hacked. It's fine.
Yeah.
But essentially, these are groups where there's so much online dating. And I'll speak specifically to South Florida and Miami because that's the hub we're in.
Right.
But talk about toxic dating. I've heard stories. I'm from Houston. I've heard stories about dating in Houston. I've heard stories from friends who are in Michigan, from friends who are in LA. LA and Miami have a lot of similarities when it comes to the toxicity of putting on when you're dating.
Right.
So that's what these groups are for. Like, so people are putting on a persona, they're putting on a mask, they're being this person for you for these dates. Who the fuck are you dating? Who is this person?
Right.
How many wives do they have? How many kids do they have?
Oh my God, really?
Are you the Sunday girlfriend? Are you like...
Wow.
So that's basically what these... I'm being very dramatic. But
No,
it does
I
happen a
imagine
lot.
It's pretty... Yes.
It happens a lot. So online dating, there's a lot of cross-referencing dating profiles. So maybe in Palm Beach, they're on Bumble. But in Broward or Miami-Dade, they're on Hinge and Tinder. And so...
They're working it. Wow.
If they put half as much effort into actually developing a sustainable love life, and girls are guilty of this too. I know we're quick to get on that train, but I believe most of these groups are pretty heteronormative. From what I understand, I have not actually officially joined one.
Let me ask you a question though. If you had been warned about your narcissistic partner,
such a good question. Continue.
If somebody had come to you and said, "I know something happened to so and so. You should run." Why would you stay? Why would you say, "Oh, poor you. That's not true"? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I stayed for a lot of things I shouldn't have stayed for, but
that's another episode.
Agreed. Yes, we'll go to that one. We're going to keep on running you down the street. Anyway, so the idea is, like, why? I just don't understand. If somebody gave you that information, you see that somebody's like, current things are continuing to happen, you know, like ex-wives coming back and saying, filing charges or filing things and being like, "Oh, it's okay, I love you." Something's wrong with people.
I feel like I don't know if I want to jump on that just yet or to that level. I think that when I develop feelings for somebody, especially if I'm falling in love with them.
But in the beginning, I'm saying in the beginning.
So early. So we're talking like first few dates.
My understanding, yes.
Because then essentially the person I'm dating is still a stranger, and so is this mystery person trying to warn me. I think
no, the mystery person is not a stranger. The person, not a mystery person.
Sorry, not a mystery person, but they're a stranger.
No, it's a friend, like somebody's friend telling you.
Oh, someone I know.
Someone I know.
Okay,
right.
so I'm thinking...
you're the new girl.
Yes.
Someone you know is saying, "Hey, this happened to the last one. You should run." And the last one, and the new one says, "Okay, no problem. I trust you because you are, just so you know, in about 8 or 9 months, he's going to do the same thing to you."
Okay.
So that's the thing that when I met.
You're saying why not listen?
Yeah, why not listen? Because, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't have listened either, right?
I was thinking I'm dating somebody new and someone from their past who I do not know shows up in my Facebook Messenger or my DMs.
No, that I don't know.
Because then we're talking about two strangers. I trust neither of them.
Exactly.
So I'm more inclined to cut my losses then and be like, I don't want to hear about this for the rest of my relationship with you.
Exactly.
But if it's a friend of a friend or a source that I do have more trust in versus the person that I'm starting to get involved with, that changes things a little bit. It changes the dynamic of where my trust is.
But that explains the toxicity of somebody who is a narcissist at this level, right? Someone who can hide themselves to you for that long and meanwhile be texting everybody every nasty thing you can think of in the planet. They don't see your texts. They don't see what's going on behind closed doors. They don't see the things that this person has done in the past because that person is a master, right? Yeah. These people become really good at playing the beginning game.
One thing I'm getting better at, and I think it's with my dating history / age, I think it's both of those combined, is how much my thought process has changed from, is it better to be with this person or someone else versus is it better to be with this person or on my own?
Well, and that's the question I think that I needed to answer for myself, but I didn't answer it very well, right? The idea is that statement in my head, nobody's perfect, right? There's all these great things. and then there are great things, right? And otherwise, why would you want to be with the person? But then they become so few and far between. And I saw something the other day. The definition of toxic is not just that they're a bad person. It's that they're a bad person, then a good person, and a bad person, and a good person, right? That domestic violence type cycle, right? Where you're stuck in that. Now I'm searching for breadcrumbs, right? Where I'm looking for them, desperately searching for that. I love
what
you.
What can sustain me for another few minutes?
Right. So that you become desperate for that. And then hopefully at some point something happens that you're like,
yeah.
So
that also makes me think of, I guess we could afford to look at what like a toxic relationship definition is, because that also makes me think of someone can be toxic with you and then show up in their like Instagram like picture perfect relationship after you, and you're wondering, what did I do wrong to not get that treatment? But like you said, it's not necessarily the person is bad. It's your dynamic does not work with each other. You guys are oil and fire, and these two are water and fire.
Right. Well, and the thing is that, like I said about those pieces of time that are so good, like they're so good. That's when those are the ones you put on Facebook. I mean, I'm totally guilty of that.
Sure.
Over posting good things, and then all of a sudden you don't hear anything for a while, and then over posting. I'm just as guilty. But
in my last relationship, I wiped my entire Instagram. I went from scratch. I wish I could explain a little bit better what my thought process was. I was in therapy at that point too, which was really helpful. But I remember just being like, I need a blank slate to look at. And it was like that grid on Instagram where I'm cherry picking what gets to stay, what goes in my archives. And I'm like, you know what?
Just clear it.
Who cares?
Agreed.
Who gives a shit what I post or don't post on Instagram?
Right.
And it was funny because I never posted that person on Instagram. My partner and I joke about it a little bit. Because, there's something called like hard launch and soft launch in terms of social media when you're in a relationship. Yeah. So a soft launch is when you post a picture of you like cheersing with them and you have another set of another hand in the picture. Everyone's like, oh, what Sherry got going on over there?
Right, exactly.
But no face, no case. So there's no issue. Then there's a hard launch, which is like the captions of like, thank you for the best 2 years of my life so far. Here's to a lifetime more.
Yeah, I know. I've wrote it all, right? I've written it all, and I've said it all, and I've said to myself not afterward, but even like now when I look back and say, why did I write that?
Oh, my hard launch will be my wedding day, and I don't plan on getting married. So good luck to y'all.
Okay.
If you want to know my life, you'll be in my life. That's my philosophy.
Right.
Turning private was probably the best thing that I ever did for my mental health. And switching.
This is very private, by the way. Sorry.
Relatively. I mean, this is, again, no face, no case. I'm not saying names. I'm not exposing anything. I'm not gossiping. I think I'm sharing experience with an air of gossip or an air of sarcasm or a petty pity party.
Right, exactly.
It's all the same. It's fine. You guys can start a podcast and do it for yourself too. It's cathartic.
Right? Yeah.
But turning my social media focus from like this personal one, which is basically just travel, like once or twice a year I post. But then I have my 2 business accounts. I have Finish Line Mindset, Instagram and TikTok. I have Let's Be Real Podcast, Instagram and TikTok, and a little bit of YouTube. And I'm like, this changes my scope of what people get to see about me.
Right.
So granted, my business is obviously like, it's fluffy. Things are great. I'm like, I'm killing it, according to you guys. And I get to focus on that. And that's great. I don't have to expose anything. I don't have to like celebrate anything personal on there. And that's helped a lot. I'm
makes sense.
Forgetting the train of where we went here, but I guess
but just about social media, promoting. What we post, the hard launch versus soft launch, right? Because then we have the I did see a meme about come on, people, you gave us all the information about the good stuff. What happened? Now you got us all like trying to do some research, like what happened to your relationship?
But the real reason why I quit Facebook so long ago, and I only do it just for like a couple of the groups that I'm a part of, is because it was just people complaining.
It is.
It was people complaining about other people's political views, how people treated them at Target that morning.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
we go back to the Karens, right?
That's exactly
in the neighborhood,
what it is.
right?
Yeah, you absolutely missed where I gave a fuck. You completely missed it.
I love that.
And so I decided to excuse myself because that's boundary work. Is I'm not telling them to stop. I'm
just excusing
myself.
I absolutely agree, right? Because we've said it many times. We shouldn't have to tell people what our boundaries are. We should just walk away or not do it, right? So this is my walk away period. Figuring myself out, trying to make a new life and figure out like who I get to have at the table with me and who I will no longer. And I don't mean specific people. I mean types of people or people who are going to suck your energy out, promise you the world and rarely deliver. And then when they do give you pieces of the world, then they say, I gave you everything. Right. And just so we know, if anybody has to tell, if anyone loudly has to tell you that they're not a bad person or they're not an abusive person, let their volume or the stuff that they're saying, let it be enough to say that.
That's a
right?
flag, right? Yeah, to signal there's memes and a stereotype of nice guys and nice girls.
Right.
Like, but I'm a nice guy. But I'm a nice girl. But like, nice people don't tell you that they're
Agreed,
nice.
right? Right, exactly. I admit that I have a lot of flaws, but I'm human, right? And I'm not going around saying, hey, I'm the sweetest, nicest, most amazing girl. Absolutely not. I know that that's not true. But I do know that I'm worth being spoken to a certain way. I do know that I'm worth having a good relationship. And I do know that people like that are not for my future.
There's your personal bill of rights right
That's
there.
Right. I do like that. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. That's awesome. I feel like I could go on another tangent, but I feel like this is a good snippet of an episode of just like letting it out. And these episodes are for you. If the shoe fucking fits, wear it.
Absolutely. If you're feeling judged, then maybe you should look at it, right? When somebody says to you, you are the common denominator in all the bad relationships, and all you have to say is, oh, what about your bad relationships? Maybe you're not looking at yourself enough.
Yeah. Well, we're all the common denominators of our own relationships, right?
Of course, right? We are.
So trace your own breadcrumbs and see what works, see what doesn't
work.
I
understand what my common denominator is, that I didn't have enough self-worth or enough boundaries to say, no, that's not okay.
There we go.
Right? I'm very aware of that, and I know that I should have, like, there's times when that shoulda word would have been very appropriate, right? But I'm no longer going to say that to myself. So I sign off on no more narcissism in my life.
There you go.
Doesn't mean I'm not going to talk about it, because you did open a wide net for me.
You asked us to?
Yeah, exactly.
And here we are. Thanks for the platform.
You're welcome. So thank you so much for giving us an extra view by letting us know that you're watching. So keep going.
Love you. She doesn't have to say that anymore.
No.
Awesome. Well, thanks for riding our petty train with us today. This was amazing. Shout out to our affiliate Cope Notes. We still have our promo code, Let's Be Real. You get 10% off their monthly programming. It's daily text messages of affirmations. It's the coolest.
Yeah. It's nice to open your phone and see it there.
It is every day, and anything that accepts SMS. So if you have a family member you would like to give this to, but they have like a 2002 flip phone, they can have it. They get it.
Can I borrow that? I would rather. Sorry.
They still have them.
I saw one of my friend's daughters. She didn't want to be on social media anymore, so she's got her flip phone. She's very proud of it. So good for her.
She could get Cope Notes.
Good.
So that's one of our affiliates right now. Working on a couple of others I haven't told you about yet.
Oh, I'm
so
so excited.
get excited. Some
Go
background noise over there. And then for supporting us, you guys, you can support us through Cope Notes, obviously. As an affiliate, we get a kickback. But also follow us, subscribe, set automatic downloads for the episodes.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. You know what? We'll make another offer. If you can prove that you sent an episode to 4 people, I'll give you $4 via Venmo.
I like it.
Via Venmo.
All
I'll do
right.
it. I'll do
Okay.
it. It's not that hard to find me. Just follow the show and click all the links for our
That's
social
right.
media.
Absolutely.
We monitor our own social media.
Woohoo!
We're not paying for that. It's expensive out here. All right. Well, thank you again for listening, everybody, and we will catch you next week.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.